Imagine you're standing at the base of a towering skyscraper, looking up at its peak. How would you measure its height without climbing to the top? Or picture a ship captain navigating through fog, needing to determine the exact distance to a lighthouse for safe passage. What about a surveyor who needs to measure the width of a river without getting wet? Or an architect calculating the perfect angle for a roof? All of these scenarios share something remarkable in common. They can all be solved using the hidden power of triangles, specifically right triangles. The secret lies in understanding the relationships between the sides and angles of right triangles. This mathematical tool, known as trigonometry, allows us to calculate unknown distances and angles using just a few known measurements. Today, we'll unlock this power through a simple but incredibly useful mnemonic, SOH-CAH-TOA. By the end of this video, you'll understand how three simple ratios can solve complex real-world measurement problems that would otherwise seem impossible. Trigonometry is the branch of mathematics that studies the relationships between angles and sides in triangles. While trigonometry can be applied to any triangle, we begin our journey with right triangles because they provide the foundation for understanding these fundamental relationships. A right triangle is a special type of triangle that contains exactly one right angle, that is, one angle that measures exactly 90 degrees. This right angle is what makes these triangles so useful and predictable in their mathematical relationships. In any right triangle, we identify three sides, each with a specific name and role. The longest side, which is always opposite the right angle, is called the hypotenuse. This side is crucial because it's always the longest side in a right triangle. Now, to understand the other two sides, we need to choose an angle of interest. The side across from our chosen angle is called the opposite side, while the side next to our chosen angle, but not the hypotenuse, is called the adjacent side. With angle theta as our reference, the side directly across from this angle is the opposite side. Notice how it's on the far side of the triangle from our angle of interest. The remaining side, which is next to our angle of interest but is not the hypotenuse, is called the adjacent side. This side forms one of the arms of our angle theta. It's important to remember that the opposite and adjacent sides depend on which angle we choose as our reference. If we selected a different angle in the triangle, the opposite and adjacent sides would change, but the hypotenuse always remains the same. It's always the longest side opposite the right angle. Understanding these three sides and their relationships to angles is the foundation of trigonometry. In the next section, we'll discover how these sides relate to each other through the powerful trigonometric ratios known as sine, cosine, and tangent. Now we come to the heart of right triangle trigonometry, the famous mnemonic SOH-CAH-TOA. This simple phrase will unlock the power of trigonometric ratios and help you solve countless triangle problems. SOH-CAH-TOA is a mnemonic device that helps us remember the three fundamental trigonometric ratios. Each part represents a different ratio that connects an angle to the sides of a right triangle. Let's start with SOH, which stands for sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. The sine of an angle is the ratio of the length of the side opposite to that angle divided by the length of the hypotenuse. Next is CAH, which stands for cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. The cosine of an angle is the ratio of the length of the side adjacent to that angle divided by the length of the hypotenuse. Finally, we have TOA, which stands for tangent equals opposite over adjacent. The tangent of an angle is the ratio of the length of the side opposite to that angle divided by the length of the side adjacent to that angle. Here's the remarkable property of trigonometric ratios. They remain constant for a given angle, regardless of the size of the triangle. Watch as we compare triangles of different sizes, but with the same angle. Remember, SOH-CAH-TOA gives us three powerful tools. Sine relates the opposite side to the hypotenuse, cosine relates the adjacent side to the hypotenuse, and tangent relates the opposite side to the adjacent side. These ratios are the foundation for solving any right triangle problem. Now that we understand what SOH-CAH-TOA means, it's time to put these ratios to work. We'll learn how to use them to find missing side lengths in right triangles when we know an angle and one side. The key to using SOH-TOA effectively is following a systematic approach. First, we identify what we know and what we need to find. Then we choose the correct ratio based on which sides are involved. Let's work through a specific example. We have a right triangle with a 30-degree angle and a hypotenuse of 10 units. We need to find the length of the side opposite to the 30-degree angle. Step 1. Let's identify our sides. The hypotenuse is the longest side opposite the right angle. The opposite side is across from our 30-degree angle. The adjacent side is next to our angle. Step 2. Since we know the hypotenuse and want to find the opposite side, we need the ratio that connects these two sides. Looking at SOH-CAH-TOA, we see that sine relates the opposite side to the hypotenuse. Step 3. Now we set up our equation. Sine of 30 degrees equals the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. Since the hypotenuse is 10, our equation becomes sine of 30 degrees equals opposite over 10. Step 4. To solve for x, we multiply both sides by 10. This gives us x equals 10 times sine of 30 degrees. Now we need to calculate the value of sine 30 degrees. Perfect. The opposite side has a length of 5 units. Let's verify this makes sense. In a 30, 60, 90 triangle, the sides are in the ratio 1 to square root of 3 to 2. Since our hypotenuse is 10, the opposite side should indeed be 5. This systematic approach works for any right triangle problem. Remember, identify what you know and what you need to find, choose the appropriate ratio from SOH-CAH-TOA, set up your equation, and solve. The key is taking it step by step and being methodical in your approach. Now that we know how to find missing sides using SOH-CAH-TOA, what happens when we need to find a missing angle instead? This is where inverse trigonometric functions come to our rescue. Inverse trigonometric functions are the opposite of regular trigonometric functions. If sine of 30 degrees equals 0.5, then arcsine of 0.5 equals 30 degrees. They literally undo each other. There are 3 inverse trigonometric functions. Arcsine finds an angle when you know the opposite side and hypotenuse. Arccosine finds an angle when you know the adjacent side and hypotenuse. And arctangent finds an angle when you know the opposite and adjacent sides. Here's our example problem. We have a right triangle where the opposite side is 4 units, the adjacent side is 3 units, and we need to find the angle theta. Let me draw this triangle for you. We have the right angle at the bottom left, the opposite side of length 4 going up, and the adjacent side of length 3 going right. The angle theta is what we're looking for. Step 1. Identify which ratio to use. Since we know the opposite and adjacent sides, we use TOA from SOH-CAH-TOA. This means tangent of theta equals opposite over adjacent. Step 2. Set up the equation. We substitute our known values. Tangent of theta equals 4 over 3. Step 3. Apply the inverse tangent function. To find theta, we take the arctangent of both sides. This gives us theta equals arctangent of 4 over 3. Step 4. Calculate the result using a calculator. Arctangent of 4 over 3, which is approximately 1.333, gives us about 53.13 degrees. Remember these key points. Inverse trigonometric functions undo the regular trig functions. Use them when you know 2 sides and need to find an angle. And always make sure your calculator is set to degree mode, not radians, unless the problem specifically asks for radians. So in our example, the angle theta is approximately 53.13 degrees. This process of using inverse trigonometric functions is essential for solving real-world problems where angles are unknown. Now let's apply what we've learned about SOH-CAH-TOA to solve a real-world problem. We have a ladder leaning against a wall, and we need to find how high it reaches. Here's our problem. A 20-foot ladder leans against a wall, forming a 70-degree angle with the ground. We need to find how high up the wall the ladder reaches. Let's visualize this scenario. We have a wall, the ground, and our ladder leaning against the wall at a 70-degree angle. To solve this problem, we need to think of this as a right triangle. The ladder forms the hypotenuse, the wall represents the opposite side we want to find, and the ground represents the adjacent side. Let's identify what we know and what we need to find. We know the hypotenuse is 20 feet, and the angle with the ground is 70 degrees. We need to find the height, which I'll call h. Let's recall our SOH-TOA ratios. Since we know the hypotenuse and want to find the opposite side, we need to use the sine function. Step 1. We identify that we have the hypotenuse and an angle, and we want the opposite side. This means we use sine from SOH-CAH-TOA. Step 2. We set up our sine equation. Sine of 70 degrees equals the opposite side over the hypotenuse, which is h over 20. Step 3. We solve for h by multiplying both sides by 20, so h equals 20 times sine of 70 degrees. Using a calculator, sine of 70 degrees is approximately 0.9397. Therefore, h equals 20 times 0.9397, which gives us 18.79 feet. Let's reinforce why we used sine for this problem. We knew the hypotenuse and the angle, and we wanted to find the opposite side. This is exactly when we use sine from SOH-CAH-TOA. The latter reaches 18.79 feet up the wall. Throughout this video, we've explored the fundamental power of right triangle trigonometry. The SOH-CAH-TOA mnemonic gives us 3 essential ratios that connect angles to side lengths in any right triangle. We also learned about inverse trigonometric functions, arcsine, arccos, and arctan, which allow us to work backwards from ratios to find unknown angles. These tools make right triangle trigonometry a complete problem-solving system. But trigonometry isn't just abstract mathematics, it's everywhere in the real world. Surveyors use it to measure land and calculate distances. Engineers rely on it to design bridges and buildings that can withstand forces safely. Architects use trigonometry to create precise building designs and calculate optimal angles for roofs and supports. Navigation systems in ships and aircraft depend on trigonometric calculations to determine exact positions and courses. The best way to master trigonometry is through practice. Try solving problems on your own, and don't hesitate to revisit the concepts we've covered. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more mathematics tutorials. Leave a comment with any questions you have or suggest topics you'd like to see covered in future videos. Thank you for watching, and remember, mathematics is all around us, waiting to be discovered.